There you are. Okay. Thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate it. My name is Kent. The channel is EOS San Diego, and I like making videos about the EOS blockchain. And of course, I made one last night with a negative title, and as I predicted, it's probably one of my better videos here recently. I've noticed that there's been an overall kind of, I guess, a little bit of a downward feeling, or kind of almost depression, like over the crypto and EOS and all the different cryptocurrencies. And who would have thought that when the President of the United States, the Fed chairman, and the Treasury of the Secretary all talk about Bitcoin and the price goes down? You know, who would have ever thought that? That wouldn't seem like that's possible, but that's exactly what's going on. So in other words, everybody is talking about Bitcoin, everybody's talking about the cryptocurrencies, but yet they're going down, which gives a little bit of a feeling of overall depression, because when you when you think things are really should be taking off, they're not, which is a good reason to be optimistic, because all these things are happening, but the price is still relatively low, and it isn't getting a whole lot better. In fact, it's struggling just to kind of stay where it's at. So that, you know, I think things will be much better. Of course, we are ready to release the challenge application. Should be done here any day. We are testing it. It's a geolocation challenge that you can do on the blockchain, which is very important. I think geolocation is one of the most important features of blockchain. There's a lot of reasons to be on blockchain. I was reading some stuff this afternoon. I'm not a gamer, but people were talking about games, and they were saying how gaming could be done on the blockchain or not on the blockchain, and sometimes on the blockchain. They think it didn't do as well as it does when it's off the blockchain, as well as gambling. Some gambling apps do better without the blockchain. Geolocation works with the blockchain really well. So I think this is a perfect match with geolocation, blockchain, and cryptocurrency, and being able to give a reward back and forth between people. And it does fit with the blockchain really well. And we are ready to release it. And we're releasing it at a time where I think a lot of people looking for something good to talk about as far as EOS is concerned, as far as the applications are concerned. So yeah, we're feeling pretty good about that right now. And we're moving forward. And we got about everything done. We just need to put a little bit of final touches on it, and we'll be up and running. The other thing I want to talk a little bit tonight is I want to talk about, again, like I did last night, the U.S. economy, because the U.S. economy is really doing poorly. I was just looking at the numbers right now, and you know it's doing poorly simply because the Federal Reserve is getting ready to lower interest rates again. I mean, if the Fed was picking up, I mean, if the economy was doing better, the Fed would be picking up the rates, not lowering the rates. The only thing keeping the economy very strong right now at all is the fact that Trump has introduced a lot of tax cuts, a lot of tax breaks, and that he's also, there's some tariff-generated revenue for the U.S. government. But outside of that, very little is going on. I think consumer confidence is down. And you can never believe the numbers as far as what people say is as far as the numbers are concerned. Inflation isn't very much. I think they said 1.6, but that's ridiculous to think that we have a 1.6 rate of inflation. I mean, those numbers are always messed around with. They're hard to put. They're hard to, you know, it's like they always say, you know, when you're dealing with figures, anybody can swing it any way they want to swing it. And of course, the inflation rate is always constantly being manipulated. We have no idea what the inflation rate is. But the overall feeling, I think, about the U.S. economy isn't good. And that's what I'm seeing tonight when I looked at some of the reports that I was looking at. Not only is crypto feeling a little bit sour, so is the U.S. economy, and the feelings about the U.S. economy feeling a little bit sour. Everybody's feeling a little bit like, hey, nothing's going on. Things are supposed to be happening, they're not happening. So I think we're in a kind of a lull period for everything, not only crypto, but for economies and currencies and overall economic world, the economic world picture. And I think that's a result of a lot of this trade, consuming a lot of trade when you have a lot of trade wars. I think that does hurt overall economy and overall optimism for the future. And I think that's what's going on right now. But the cryptocurrency business or the cryptocurrency market is very good, based on the fact that things are being built and developed, and it is the only way to really have a new economy is through the cryptocurrency economy. So like I say, everything's kind of sideways right now, but I think that's an ideal time to be involved. That's an ideal time to get involved. It's an ideal time not to be pessimistic, because you know, I've always known, and I've seen this many times, getting involved when things are going badly is the time to get involved, or things are going sideways, or things are going down. You don't want to get involved with the peak of the market. You get burned every time. So, and I also want to mention one other thing that came up to me today. Whatever happened to Chaince? We realized we had 5 million challenge tokens on Chaince, and we don't know what happened to them. I mean, did that just get absorbed into another cryptocurrency exchange, or are there someplace people could go to get it? I'm just going to throw that out on my video because we don't know. I threw it out on EOS San Diego tonight, or EOS Safeguard EOS tonight. But like we were realizing and of course it's 5 million challenge tokens right now. So that's about $500. It wasn't that a lot of money, but it was just that we had them on Chaince or Chaince or however they say that. I don't even know really how they said. And of course, I don't know what happened to the exchange. It just went away. So that's an interesting idea. If anybody knows how to get those tokens back, or anyone knows what happened to those tokens, I'd be interested in listening. Or if you just, I mean, I've had a few people comment on Safeguard EOS and they just say, well, it's gone. So yeah, we got victimized too by the way the crypto business is done with the exchanges. So yeah, we can now count ourselves as some that have lost money on a blockchain. But you got to be careful. You got to be secure and protect yourself. That's why you got to stay with things that you know, and be with people that you see every night, like me. I mean, I'm on this channel every night, and I'm not hiding from anybody. And those are the deals you want to be involved with, not the deals that. And I remember, gosh, we were so excited to get on Chaince, and we put tokens on Chaince, and we gave them tokens, and now they're not even around anymore. So anyway, an interesting idea. I don't know what happened to them. Anybody has any idea, let me know what happened to those tokens. I appreciate you watching. Thank you.